What's the fastest way to build a balloon backdrop wall with the fewest balloons possible? It's with link balloons. And I'm going to walk you step by step through the process of making this cool heart pattern. You'll need an electric balloon inflator as well as a sizer box to make this wall. I'm using 12-inch link balloons, and in addition to the nozzle, these have an added tail on the opposite end, which will allow us to tie these balloons end to end in long strings. Inflate 2 of the link balloons at the same time until they're nearly their full size. Then, using the 9-inch hole on the sizer box, press one balloon gently against the hole and slowly let air out until it just fits through. Do the exact same thing with the second balloon, and then we're going to tie these into a pair by wrapping the nozzles around twice and tying them in a simple knot. Every link balloon will be tied into a pair first, and then we're going to tie them together into strings. Take the tail end from one link balloon pair and tie it to the tail end of another link balloon pair by wrapping them around twice and tying a knot. This will give you a string of 4 balloons. Take another balloon pair and tie the tail end of the new pair onto this already existing string. Continue to add pairs until you have 10 balloons all tied end to end. This will complete the first string of our design, which is made up of all white balloons. Now the very last balloon of this string will be the balloon that sits against the floor when our wall is raised. To make assembly easier, I'm going to write the number of the string on that last balloon right against the tail, and that will allow us to quickly lay out all the strings in the correct order when we go to assemble this. The next string in the design starts the heart pattern, so I'm going to lay all the balloons of this string out in order of the way I need to inflate and tie them together, and that way I'm less likely to get my balloons mixed up. Everything I do for the next couple steps is to help me correctly follow the pattern and get all the balloons in the right order. I'm going to take the first 2 balloons that I've laid out and inflate them and size them to 9 inches in diameter before tying them together in a pair. Every string that I inflate and tie together starts at the top of the design, and then I work my way down the wall with the last balloon of every string being the one that I write the number on, and that's the one that will be touching the floor. Every string in this design starts with a white balloon, so I know that when I finish tying this one, the white one is going to be the balloon that points out away from my elbow. And then I'm going to grab the next 2 balloons in order, inflate them, size them, tie them into a pair, and then tie the tail end of the red balloon of this new pair to the tail end of the red balloon that's currently sitting in my lap. I'm going to continue inflating and tying balloons together until my string is complete with all 10 balloons, stopping often to double check the plans to make sure I'm attaching the pairs in the correct order. I have the plans that I'm following in this video available in the description box below. These have step-by-step written instructions, full color illustrations, as well as a complete supply list to help you build this wall successfully every time. I repeated this process until I had all 12 of the strings complete, and I laid them out on the floor in the correct order. And this is where the numbers on the bottom of each balloon comes in clutch, as I can quickly lay them all out in the correct order and start tying them together into the wall. Starting on the numbered end of the strings, I'm going to take the first and second string and tie those tail ends together in a double knot. Then I'm going to take a pair of 5-inch balloons that I've inflated to 4.5 inches in diameter, slip that pair between the 2 strings so that the nozzles of the pair are touching the nozzles of the string, then twist those 2 balloons around each other twice, making sure the 4.5-inch balloons are pointing towards the bottom of the wall. From those 4.5-inch balloons, count 2 link balloons up each string, and the knot that's after those 2 link balloons, that's where we're going to cross the 2 strings and twist them around each other twice. By twisting the strings twice, each string should end up back in its original location. This is critical for the pattern to come out correctly. Then I'm going to secure this joint with another 4.5-inch balloon pair by slipping that pair against that joint so one balloon sits on top and one sits underneath. Then take the balloon that was underneath and pull it up towards the top so that joint is caught between the 2 4.5-inch balloons. Twist them around each other twice and then push one of those balloons down so that it sits on the back side of the wall and one balloon sits on the front side of the wall. From that 4.5-inch balloon, count 2 more link balloons up each string, twist them around each other twice right at that joint, and then secure the joint together with another 4.5-inch balloon pair. Continue twisting the strings together and securing them with a 4.5-inch balloon pair until you get to the very end of the string. Tie the tail ends of that last balloon from the first and second string together in a double knot, slip a 4.5-inch balloon pair around the knot, twist them around each other twice, and arrange them so that they sit on the top edge of the strings. Now these 2 strings together are called a ribbon. I'm going to take strings 3 and 4 and tie them together just like I did the first one, creating my second ribbon of this design. I find it helpful to attach the 4.5-inch balloon pairs in the exact same way for every ribbon. That way, if you have to untie one for some reason, you know exactly which way you have to untie it. Now it's time to join the ribbons together into a singular wall. Align 2 ribbons side by side, and the first knot between link balloons from that first 4.5-inch balloon pair, we're going to join together. At that joint, take a 4.5-inch balloon pair, slip it into the center of one ribbon, pull it across so that the nozzle touch the nozzles of the link balloons, bring that bottom 4.5-inch balloon up to the center of the second ribbon so that all the nozzles are captured between these two 4.5-inch balloons, twist them around each other twice, and then push one of those 4.5-inch balloons onto the back side of the wall. Move 2 link balloons up each ribbon so that you have the next exposed knots, and join those together as well with a 4.5-inch balloon pair. When placing these pairs, pay close attention to the colors you're using and check your pattern often, as the red balloons define the shape of the heart. That's what makes the curves of the lobes of the heart as well as the point of the heart distinct. I continue to attach ribbons together in the same manner, and you can see how quickly this wall comes together once you have everything inflated. If you do happen to misplace a balloon or accidentally twist something a little too far, it's very easy to untwist or detach these little balloons and adjust the pattern so that the hearts come out correctly. Right here, I figured out that I accidentally twisted this red pair too far, so the heart pattern in this top right heart isn't correct. To fix this problem, I removed one of my white 4.5-inch balloon pairs and twisted my ribbon one more time, and that got the red balloons back into correct alignment. I finished tying all of the ribbons together into a singular wall, and now I'm going to prep the backdrop stands that will support this wall. I'm specifically using lamp stands as the pole on these stands are really narrow, making them easy to tuck between the link balloons and hide from sight. I've added some extra sections so that these poles stand 8 feet tall, and these stands are great for light-duty indoor use. I lifted the balloons and leaned them against a wall so I can easily add the backdrop stands, but you can always do this step with the wall laying flat on the floor and just lay the stands on top of them to secure them in place. Take one of the stands and nestle it between the first and second string of your link balloon wall. The vertical pole should be sitting against the nozzles of each 4.5-inch balloon pair. Take the 4.5-inch balloon on the back side of the wall, bring it around the outside of the wall towards the front. With the pole in between these 4.5-inch balloons, you're going to twist those two balloons around each other, capturing the pole between them. Then push one of those balloons toward the back side of the wall, and repeat this step with every 4.5-inch balloon pair that touches the backdrop stands. Next, I'm going to fill in the gaps between all of my link balloons. I've taken 11-inch balloons and inflated them to 7 inches in diameter and tied them into pairs. I'm going to take one balloon of that pair and push it through the gap between link balloons so that one balloon sits on the front of the wall and one balloon sits on the back side of the wall. Each heart uses 3 of these 7-inch balloon pairs, and then the rest of the wall is filled in with all white 7-inch balloon pairs. For any gap that has a backdrop stand running through the middle of it, you simply have to pull the link balloons over a little bit to make some room for that 7-inch balloon pair to go through, but otherwise these pairs will sit normally on the wall. I like to add the 7-inch balloon pairs once the wall is upright, as it's much easier to pop them through the wall than if the wall is laying flat on the floor. Along the sides of the walls, you can still see the nozzles of these link balloons, and you can either cut these off with a pair of scissors for a clean look, or you can add 4.5-inch balloons over each of these nozzles to hide them away. Simply slip the pair behind the nozzle and twist them around each other twice. Link balloons are an easy way to achieve a large backdrop in a short amount of time. Check out this video to see some of my other link balloon projects, and until the next time, remember, stay creative, everybody!